Hi, boys and girls. We are going to read the story Whistle for Willie this week by Ezra Jack Keats. And just a couple things before we start. And yes, Penny is already out for her little nap here. So hopefully she'll stay real sweet and calm. But I want you to think about a couple things when we're reading. This is our realistic fiction story is the genre. And if you remember, that is a story that the characters are not real in the story and the setting isn't real, but something like this could happen in real life. So that's the realistic part, okay? And as we read, I want you to be thinking about questions that you could ask and answer as we're reading. And I also want you to think about what problem is in the story and how is the problem solved. And one more thing I want you to think about as we're reading is making predictions. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. He looks kind of sad right here. And then I could ask myself, why is he so sad? He saw a boy playing with his dog. Whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead, he began to turn himself around and around and around. He whirled and twirled faster and faster. When he stopped, everything turned down and up and up and down and around and around. I think he's getting dizzy. Peter saw his dog, Willie, coming. Quick as a wink, he hid in an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled, Peter thought. Willie would stop and look all around to see who it was. Peter tried again to whistle, but still he couldn't. So Willie just walked on. That might be why he was so sad. Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way, he took some colored chalks out of his pocket and drew a long, long line right up to his door. He stood there and tried to whistle again. He blew till his cheeks were tired, but nothing happened. Have you ever had a connection to this story where maybe you tried to whistle or try to do something and you just try and try, but you can't? He went into his house and put his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling, but still no whistle. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said, "I've come home early today, dear. Is Peter here?" His mother answered, "Why, no, he's outside with Willie." "Well, I'll go out and look for them," said Peter. First, he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were together again. He came to the corner where the carton was, and who should he see but Willie? And I could ask myself, what is he going to do here? I can make a prediction. Is he going to try to whistle again? Peter scrambled under the carton. He blew and blew and blew. Suddenly, out came a real whistle. Willie stopped and looked around to see who it was. "It's me," Peter shouted and stood up. Willie raced straight to him. You can imagine how happy Peter is right now that he actually whistled for the first time. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling, and so did Willie. See, he's sitting up for him. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there, and he whistled all the way home. And that is the end of our story. So now what you'll do, boys and girls, is think about the questions that are at the end of the story, and then you'll get to go on Seesaw and answer them for me. And I can't wait to see your responses. Thank you.